So let's focus. Let's really hone in team by team. There are two choices here. Essentially, we know there's some gray area, but basically it's stay the course, don't trade, play it out or add, or back up the truck like in Major League 2. Back up the truck, get these guys out. It's the biggest decision a franchise can make. So we're going to go team by team. You ready?
Let's go.
All right, I got the Mets first. I say back up the truck. For whatever reason, it's not working. And you got to get the other aircraft carrier out. Justin Verlander, if Scherzer is gone, Robertson's gone, Verlander has to go too.
I agree. Yeah, and bullpen guys, Taveno, Brooks, really, they all need to go at this point in time, then maximize their asset values for every one of these players.
And Kana and Pham, how much are you going to get for those guys? I mean, you got to send the big guys out.
You do. You ought to see what they're available to. I'd probably stop it at that point in time. I don't think I'd go deeper than that.
Yeah, Mets 6.5 back. They've made their choice. Angels. I say stay the course. I disagree with almost every move they've made over the last 12 years, but in the right here and right now, I say Angels are doing the right thing. Push all in now with Shohei.
Well, once they made the decision to keep Shohei, absolutely. They got to push all in.
But you thought they should have traded Shohei already.
I think they should have traded Shohei a year ago. I don't think Shea ever should have got to this
They would have
point.
missed all this Shohei Ohtani history if they had done that.
Great.
Right?
Okay.
Great. The fans loved it. No, but isn't it great in the moment?
I get it, and I get what they have in him. It's the most unique player in the history of the game. I get that.
All right, Padres, meantime. And Padres, are back a little ways, but I say it's too late to stop now. You're in with Soto, the whole group. You got to go with this, even with Snell and Hader.
Yeah, great. 15-9 in the month of July. Best record in the National League. Second best ERA in baseball in July. So, yeah, stay right where you are. Try to add if you can on some of the pieces they still need to fill, specifically their bullpen.
I've liked the Cubs all year, even when their record was even worse. Now they've won 10 out of 12. They've had a positive run differential all year. I like that they put out, say, no, we're keeping Bellinger. I could be wrong because they're in a state of flux, but I like that they're pushing forward. I think it's a decent baseball team.
They did say they're keeping Bellinger. They didn't say they were keeping Stroman. So this is a team that I think should stay the course, but I think they should look at what kind of value Marcus has within the game because they can't have a qualifying offer for him in the winter. So that's a hybrid one for me.
But you're in or out, right? Like that's the thing. It's like, we're going to trade Stroman, but we're going to keep Bellinger. It's like, well, what are you doing? Are you shooting for it or not? You're in, you're out.
Well, it depends on what kind of player you think Stroman is. Is he the pitcher he was early year, or is he the guy he's been in the last 6 starts?
Yeah, Cubs are 4 back on one front, and they're 3.5 back in the wild card standings. All right, Yankees, meantime. I think there's no choice. They have to let Rodon in the rotation run over and over. Sean Casey try to fix some of these hitters that are all underperforming. But I think their situation is with their aging base, you got to stay the course.
No, I'd back up the truck.
Back up the truck.
I would.
Who are you selling?
Gleyber Torres, I'd look to move.
Gleyber?
Yep.
Really?
I'd look to move their bullpen guys that are really good.
But they're not the problem. Those guys are not the problem.
I understand, but they have the greatest asset value.
Yeah.
I'd look to move the players that still have exceptionally high value in the game and see what I could get for them.
Even so, you're missing kind of a Cole year.
I think
and
they've got to. They
got
got to address their whole roster construction. They need to start this trading deadline.
They tried to, though, right? With Rizzo, IKF, Donaldson, they tried.
One-dimensional players, not a ton of athleticism. I think they addressed it with Volpe. They need to address it more.
We disagree on that, but yeah, Volpe, kind of the turn of the new team. I think you're wrong. White Sox, I say you've got to back up the truck much, much more. They're already selling things off, but I think this core has proven it's not winning. I think they should go all in, keep Robert. Everything else can go if you get enough.
I agree completely. Back up the truck, open up all the doors.
Yeah.
You find out the value of Cease and Eloy right now. If it's not great, look at it again this offseason. But absolutely, the White Sox need to reconfigure everything.
I mean, they're 11 back. Speaking of 11 back,